It is a pretty hot late summer afternoon here in the South Bay as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 52 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Prescott now from the 50. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go one more. 6, 1,
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Got a man, it's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On second down, Kamara. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Kamara. And he's got some space here. That good for 22 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal of 40.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Taylor. That's complete to Cobb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving. On
first down, it's Taylor. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Taylor. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. This is Kamara. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. Let's go.
On the ground, Kamara. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got Snead. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This is the tight end, Njoku. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Prescott. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Prescott on first down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you have...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Complete to Washington. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Prescott. On the check down, he finds Kamara. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. So we've hit halftime here in San... Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to On positively here to start the third quarter. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 52, Mike 52.
To throw again. Taylor throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go, here we go. No, check it. 52 right here. 52. You ain't doing nothing today.
And the blitz does come. And off the deflection, it's caught. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent. And he's going to go down again. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Here's Prescott. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They lost last week. Actually, not only did they lose, they were shut out, but they've got the lead here right now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 23 yards, the final tally.
Here we go.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now Taylor on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting him at this point.
Back to the air, Taylor after the pick 6. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Taylor to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
In your face.
To throw again on 2nd down. Taylor, this will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
I'm going back to you. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the slant. New Mike 52, Mike 52. Zoom. I'm coming for you. You mine. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
You ain't got nothing.
Taylor now to throw on third down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Christian McCaffrey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, here's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
57's the back.
On first down, it's Taylor. Bryant has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On on 2nd and 10. Taylor, it's complete to Brown, right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Watch the pass. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
57's Mike. Watch the out. Watch the out. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. It's caught by Bryant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Pick it up, G. No. Check that. We want Mike 52.
Again, it's Taylor. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Antonio Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will get him one closer. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Niners, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable.